Esteemed guests and distinguished colleagues, welcome to the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Conference Awards Gala. Tonight's co-MCs represent the best of our young Latinx community. Let's learn more about their accomplishments on television and media. Lori Lizarraga is an accomplished Ecuadorian Mexican-American journalist, the proud daughter of immigrants. With her journalism degree in hand, Ms. Lizarraga worked in newsrooms in Texas, California, and Colorado, covering events important to our community, such as the 2016 earthquake in Ecuador. Using her voice as an advocacy journalist at KUSA in Denver, Ms. Lizarraga, along with two other Latinx colleagues, Sonia Gutierrez and Kristen Aguirre, championed more inclusive language and representative stories on the Latino community. Their efforts were met with contempt from management. The brave actions of these Latinas and subsequent shocking termination of all three initiated a much-needed conversation on equity and inclusion in newsrooms across the nation. Lori Lizarraga, Sonia Gutierrez, and Kristen Aguirre are indeed the new faces and voices of Gen Z journalism advocates for the Latinx community.
I didn't watch the game and suddenly I'm not Mexican?
Hey, relájate, bro.
You know what? I'm more Mexican than all y'all.
Actor Carlos Santos was born and raised in Puerto Rico and stars in the Netflix hit Gentefied, about a Los Angeles barrio confronting gentrification. Carlos plays a fine dining chef who moves back to LA to help save the family's taco restaurant. Working with actors Carrie Martin, Joaquin Cosio, and JJ Soria, Carlos enjoys the three-dimensional character he gets to play, even when the joke's on him. This journalist and actor have committed their work and talent to ensure that our community continues to be reflected in the American story. Esteemed guests, please welcome our USHCC Awards Gala MCs, Lori Lizarraga and Carlos Santos.
Hello! Hello, everybody!
Good evening! Buenas noches, todos! What an amazing night! Carlos, you and I are here with a few hundred of the most important people in the U.S. economy. The members of the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Give yourself a hand.
They just need to find their seats.
We're mingling.
That's fine. The networking is happening.
Who knew that we would all be here in Sin City, Carlos, not sinning?
Yeah, that's really weird because I, personally, I'm going to be hitting the slots. Anybody else? Anybody else hitting them? There we go. So I don't know. There might be some sinning going on. I'm not sure. That's not a big sin, though. That's not a big sin. That's sin.
No sé, pero even if it is, if you hit a jackpot, Carlos, you're immediately forgiven.
I like those rules.
Just know, one scientific fact about the slot machine is it could have 368 virtual stops, which puts the chances of hitting the jackpot at 1 out of more than 49 million.
Oh, so you're saying there's a chance. And also, how do you know that stuff? That's genius information. Also, guys, thank you for sitting down, by the way. You guys are doing fantastic. Give yourselves a round of applause. So much happening, eating,
tonight.
Talking to people, meeting people. Like, that's a lot of movement. So I appreciate you guys listening to us. But also, I wanted to say that I love that this desert town has a plethora of nicknames. A plethora.
Plethora.
Yeah, including the entertainment capital of the world, the gambling capital of the world, the marriage capital of the world, the city of second chances, and of course, lost wages. That's for the dads in the crowd.
Maybe for you, Carlos.
Okay.
But tonight, Las Vegas is given another nickname because of the presence of you all, the city of Hispanic small businesses.
Is that you? That's you?
Small businesses, you all know, are the heartbeat of our country and the foundation of the economy. And there's a JP Morgan Chase Institute stat that recently said 80% of U.S. jobs are created, you all know, by small businesses.
That's right. And with 5 million Latino businesses in our country, Hispanics are the 7th largest economy in the world. That means if we were our own country, we'd be the 7th largest economy in the world. We're actually at, yeah. Think about it. We're actually ahead of India, Italy, Brazil, and Canada.
That's incredible.
But who's counting? I just did.
I'm counting.
Okay.
Now, why would you know that?
Because I love counting.
Latinos.
I love counting.
Well, in the next 10 years, Latinos will be 75% of the labor growth, and Latinos create businesses 3 times faster than any other group in the U.S. Claro que sí. With Latinas creating businesses 6 times faster.
That's a lot faster. Now, I know my Puerto Rican mother can throw a chancla 6 times faster than any other human on earth. Am I right? What you know about that?
Your mom, my Ecuadorian mom, in a chancla toss.
To the death. Or like a get. Yeah, we'll do it. I like that.
Pero you know who would give them both a run for their money?
Who? No? Okay.
My Mexican abuelita.
Oh, that's true.
She's known to chase the neighborhood kids with her chancla, keeping everyone in line.
So let's all put the 3 of them in a ring and see who wins. Winner take all.
It takes a village, Carlos.
It takes a village of chancletas. That's what I always say. Also, just for the record, guys, some people say Nevada, and some people say Nevada. And according to Nevadans or Nevadians, I'm not sure which one is it, the latter is correct and the distinction is important. And, well, maybe for our first speaker, I think he's going to set us straight with that information.
Ladies and gentlemen, Governor Steve Silasky was elected to the Clark County Commission, where he served as chairman until being sworn in as governor of Nevada. He was elected to the office in 1999. Governor Sisolak is working to strengthen Nevada's statewide economy by diversifying industries, working to attract new fields and recruit job-creating companies to the Silver State. He's committed to keeping Nevada strong and moving forward by investing in education, creating jobs, by diversifying the economy, and guaranteeing quality, affordable health care for Nevadans. So important. Please join us in welcoming the governor of the great state of Nevada, the Honorable Steve Sisolak.
There he is.
I told you I'd be here.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. It is really an honor to be here with you this evening, and I thank you for giving me this opportunity. Welcome to Las Vegas and the state of Nevada. We're glad that you joined us. First and foremost, I would like to personally thank Ramiro Cavazos, President and CEO of the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, and a very dear friend of mine, Peter Guzman, President of the Latin Chamber of Commerce, for working so closely to make this long-awaited dream a reality. Peter told me that the Latin Chamber has pursued this convention throughout its 48-year history. And now, as our state sets its course towards a path of full recovery, what a better time to welcome the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce to the great state of Nevada. And this week we are making history by hosting the first ever United States Chamber of Commerce, Hispanic Chamber of Commerce National Convention in Nevada, and hopefully it will not be the last time you come to visit us. On behalf of the great state of Nevada and the over 3 million people who call it home, welcome to the fabulous city of Las Vegas and the beautiful Silver State. We extend our open arms to the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and the many Latino and Latina businesses and owners that have gathered here from all corners of the United States. Nevada could not be more proud to host a national organization of this stature, and that actively promotes the economic growth, development, and interests of more than 4.7 million Hispanic-owned businesses. 4.7 million Hispanic-owned businesses. That combined, those businesses contribute over $800 billion to the American economy every year. That's something to be very proud of. There is no better time to be here in the state of Nevada than during Hispanic Heritage Month and during Jobs and Workforce Week. In Nevada, diversity is our strength. And I don't say that lightly. I truly mean it. Almost 30% of our population identifies as Hispanic or Latino. We are the 5th largest state in this regard. The 2021 national theme for Hispanic Heritage Month is Esperanza, a celebration of Hispanic heritage and hope. And in keeping with that theme, we encourage all Nevadans to celebrate Hispanic heritage and reflect on how promising our tomorrow can be when we uplift and support our Hispanic and Latino communities, like all you do through the Chamber. Nevada's economy has made so much progress, and I believe we should be celebrating that. We have more work to do, but I want to recognize our businesses and the workers who make Nevada the best state to call home. That's why we're celebrating Jobs and Workers Week. As some of the hospitality industry know all too well, Nevada small businesses were some of the hardest hit during the COVID-19 pandemic. As COVID-19 cases surged throughout the last year, businesses had, unfortunately, to close their doors temporarily. And many folks were left worried, concerned about whether or not they'd be able to keep paying their employees. In Nevada, we launched the Pandemic Emergency Technical Support, what we call the PETS grant program, in October of last year. And with the help of Peter Guzman and the Latin Chamber of Commerce, we ended up helping almost 10,000 small businesses and awarded over $100 million. In less than 4 days, we received 13,000 applications. As governor, I fought tirelessly over the last year to increase funding for this vital program. Simply put, this was the largest small business program in Nevada history. It saved countless jobs and made it possible for many of our businesses to see a light at the end of the tunnel. When I talk about small businesses are the backbone of our economy, not only in Nevada, but nationwide. You employ more people than any other industry group does, and we thank you for every single one of those jobs. You give your workers hope. You give them the opportunity to provide for themselves and their families and to provide a future for their children. From the outset of this program, we sought to prioritize funding for businesses in marginalized communities and those who have traditionally faced additional barriers. Small businesses, as I said, are the backbone of our economy, and I am committed to doing everything I can to help them thrive in our economic recovery and lead the way to prosperity. As we continue to make strides in supporting small businesses, I could not be more proud of the partnership we have found with the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and the Latin Chamber of Commerce. Together, we can continue to provide the needed support and resources to our small businesses and continue to build back our state and our nation's economy. On behalf of the great state of Nevada and the over 3 million people who call Nevada home, thanks to each and every one of you for your dedication and commitment to your work and our business communities. And when I thank you for the jobs that you have created, I want you to understand something. And I'm going off my remarks now. You might not realize it when people say it's a small business that only has 5 employees, or we only have 3 employees. Those are 3 lives or 3 families that are supported by that business. That truly makes a difference, not just in our economy, but in the lives of our residents. And as an aside, I would like to congratulate a very dear friend of mine. Dr. Federico Zaragoza is here this evening. He is Dr. Zaragoza is the president of the College of Southern Nevada, and he's receiving an award from the Mexican government tonight, the Oatly Award, which is in recognition of his helping of Mexican citizens. Congratulations, Doctor. once again, in conclusion, thank you for inviting me. But more than thanks for inviting me, thank you for all you do every day to improve the quality of life for all of the United States of America and everybody who calls United States home. God bless you all and have a great convention. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Governor Sisolak, for your encouraging and welcoming words. It's great to meet you tonight. And now, esteemed guests, join me in welcoming the USHCC Corporate Chair, the Executive Director of Chase for Business, Mikel Quarles. Nice to meet you.
Good evening. My name is Mikel Quarles, and I'm the National Field Manager for JPMorgan Chase and our focus on minority-owned companies. It's a pleasure to be here this evening, and we're really thrilled to be a sponsor of the event. First off, I want to say thank you to Ramiro Cavazos and the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce family. I think I speak on behalf of the JPMorgan Chase team when I say we have definitely felt the love this week and really appreciate all the support that you guys have given us and look forward to the future together. I also want to say a special thank you to Alice Rodriguez. Alice, there you are. I know, Alice, that everybody knows what you do outside of JPMorgan Chase, but also know about the work that you've done within the firm, that you've been a continuous advocate for change. And I can't tell you, I know I wouldn't personally be here if it weren't for you, and I just want to say thank you, right? So huge shout out, huge shout out. So hopefully you guys did see and got the chance to hear from us this week. A lot of times people ask about our $30 billion commitment, and I've heard Alice say multiple times that she doesn't drive around with the $30 billion in her trunk. The truth is it's actually in her basement, right? So make sure you ask her about that later. But in addition to that, we've had folks from the firm here this week, and you know, when people ask us what's the difference between what we're doing now and what we've done in the past, it's about our people. It's about the time we spend and the dedication we've done. And so the folks that are here from JPMorgan Chase, their sole job and responsibility is about addressing racial inequity, right? And so Barbara talked to us about supplier diversity. Chris Sweet talked to us about the importance of racial equity and the impact that it can have on our community. We had Carolina Giaticelli join that conversation. Sandro Magallanes and our team of senior business consultants had a conversation about access to capital strategies. Silvana Montenegro talked about the work that we're doing and women in business, right? And so throughout all the discussions, we're really proud about the impact that we get to have, and we look forward to partnering with you all more as we go forward. Lastly, I just want to say congratulations to all the awardees of this evening. I know it's a labor of love. I understand that means a lot of late nights, a lot of early mornings, and a lot of weekends doing the work that you do. And as on behalf of JPMorgan Chase, I want to say congratulations and look forward to the future together. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Quarles, for your continued support. And now I have the pleasure to present our first award of the evening, the Corporation of the Year Award. This award is presented to a corporation that has championed Hispanic enterprise, demonstrating that diversity and inclusion initiatives that are both principled and profitable. And this year, the Chamber is very proud to present the Corporation of the Year Award to Wells Fargo Bank. Hey. Yep. Wait, not yet. Hold on. Wait. Remove the music. Oh, wow. You guys, I got more to read if you want. I mean, I prepared this whole speech. It's up to you, man, because it's, yeah. Let me bring you up the right way. Mira, hold your horses. Hold on. No? You want to come up? You don't want me to read? Okay. I'll prepare a whole speech. You want to read it with me? Just wait, because I got to read this. I'm going to read this, okay? Okay, good. And then I'll meet you. This is totally rehearsed like we did it. Yeah, okay. Guys, this financial institution has a long-standing reputation of being a trustworthy brand committed to corporate responsibility, especially in the important areas of diversity and inclusion. As a community partner, Wells Fargo is guided by a common purpose to support their customers and communities in order to secure financial stability. During an unprecedented time in America and in the history of banking, not baking, all financial institutions had a tall order to process loans to deploy government funding to thousands of businesses and clients, often with little to no direction from federal agencies on how to distribute these funds. And Wells Fargo is one of the largest SBA lenders in the Paycheck Protection Program and worked hand in hand with their customers, which sustained many Latino and Latina small businesses across our country. Under the PPP, Wells Fargo funded loans for more than 179,000 customers, totaling $10.1 billion. More than 60%, you see why I had to read it before? Do you understand? Do you see what I'm doing? Here we go. More than 60% of those loans were for $25,000 or less, and 84% of those customers had less than 10 employees. Wells Fargo then made an industry-leading commitment by donating approximately $400 million in gross processing fees from these loans to its customers. These efforts are helping small minority businesses impacted by the ongoing global pandemic to keep their doors open, retain their employees, rebuild, and continue to ensure their economic vitality. Ladies and gentlemen, Wells Fargo is one of USHCC's top 3 corporate partners and is directly involved in a number of areas, including having a representative on the USHCC Educational Fund Board of Directors, offering a Chamber Assistant Grant Program as well as a Chamber Emergency Relief Grant Program, which allowed the USHCC to award more than $100,000 to 70 chambers on the local level to provide technical assistance to small minority businesses during these challenging times. Wells Fargo has also supported the USHCC program Avanzar, a small business accelerator program, which during the, clap it up, which during the past 5 years has grown to 7 cities: Albuquerque, Charlotte, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Orlando, Phoenix, and Las Vegas. And just recently, the USHCC, did I get all the C's? The Latino Business Action Network and the Hispanic Heritage Foundation were awarded a shared $1 million grant from the Open for Business Fund that will offer immediate technical assistance for the smallest of Hispanic-owned businesses, help grow mid-sized Hispanic-owned businesses, okay? As well as build a pipeline with the Latino Business Action Network to fast-track USHCC, Avanzar Hispanic Business Enterprise Accelerator alumni across the country in major markets. Now will you join me in post-welcoming and accept the USHCC Corporation of the Year Award, the Senior Vice President of External Engagement for Wells Fargo and USHCC Education Fund Board Member, Rubén Barrales. Ahora sí, ahora sí, ahora sí. Aquí está.
Wow. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank the Academy. I've always wanted to say that. Second of all, don't do what I just did. Award winners, the rest of the award winners tonight. Wait till your cue comes up. I was a little too excited about it. On behalf of our CEO, Charlie Scharf, and the men and women who make up Wells Fargo, I would like to thank the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce for this fabulous recognition. We are truly honored. Our company, as many of you know, has been going through a transformation over the last few years. And change can be tough for a large corporation and especially for the people who make up the day-to-day workforce. But one thing has been absolutely constant, and that's our recognition of the growing importance and strength of our Latino community and our Latino small businesses. As the #1 bank helping Hispanic families purchase homes, as the top bank working with SBA to provide loans to Hispanic small businesses, Wells Fargo's commitment to Latino community and to Latino-owned businesses is unmatched, and we're proud of that. So many of our team members have contributed to make this award possible tonight, and this award is for them. And it's a reminder for all of us that there's so much work still to do to help the success of small businesses, Latino small businesses across the country. We look forward to strengthening our partnership with the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and to work with all of you in this important work. Thank you very, very much. Now, where am I supposed to go?
I was told to make sure to lower that this time, because I'm a different height than everyone else. Felicidades to Wells Fargo, and thank you, Mr. Barradas, for all you do. Here are some interesting stats for you all to consider. I know that's what you want to chew on before dinner, but bear with me. While there are 5 million Hispanic-owned businesses in our country, Hispanics hold only 3% of the seats in the boardrooms of the Fortune 500. And it's unfortunate that along with that startlingly low percentage, nearly 70% of those same Fortune 500 companies do not have a Latino on their board. This may not shock very many of you. And as of 2017, only 5% of US federal contracting went to all women and minority-owned businesses. Not what we'd like to see, wouldn't you say? Well, the good news is that the U.S. Chamber of Commerce has made a commitment in prioritizing advocacy for Hispanic businesses, including through Proyecto 20%, a coalition the USHCC is a partner of, and leading the way to ensure that more Latinos are appointed to high positions within federal agencies. And we're all looking forward to hearing of their accomplishments. Mostly everyone in this room knows what it takes to run a small business, right? From the early morning supply runs to the midday staff meetings to late night vendor payments, it's a position that you love to be in, wouldn't trade for the world, and yet probably one of the most challenging positions you've put yourself in. Congratulations for making it through this extremely tough 2 years. You must know you have an ally watching out for you every single day, a person who has led a local Hispanic chamber, who knows the ups and downs of small business, a collaborator who brings people together from the largest corporations to the smallest corner store business, and encourages them to share experiences and lessons learned. Join me in welcoming your colleague in business, your connection in DC, your compadre, the president and CEO of the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Ramiro Cavazos.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Please. Thank you all so much. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you so much. Thank you for not kneeling. I really appreciate it. Good evening. Buenas noches. Dime con quién andas y te diré quién eres. Órale. Which means in English, tell me who you walk with and I'll tell you who you are. And it's a Mexican dicho. And it's a saying that most Latinos and Latinas in this room, and probably some of our non-Latinos, heard their parents or grandparents say to them growing up. Dime con quién andas y te diré quién eres. We heard it all the time. And as I look out into this room, filled with your beautiful faces, reflecting courage, strength, resilience, and positive energy, I see innovative chamber leaders, Hispanic business owners kicking butt every day, and our corporate partners investing in our chambers. I've already gotten off script. I wonder which word it was, right? I've had the honor of working and fighting alongside each of you, supporting and championing small businesses. If my parents were here tonight, to see what I see, they would say, Ramiro, estás en muy buena compañía. Órale. I'm in very good company on this road, is what they would tell me. And this road, we're traveling together. In each of you, I see resilience, faith in our future, experience overcoming adversity. But it's taught us to will our way forward with renewed strength and passion. Because overcoming adversity, what does it do? It makes you greater and it makes you more competitive. And in each of you here tonight, I see the new state of the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, which is not just strong, but much stronger and powerful. We're prospering, we're growing together, we have found our voice, and it's in 2 languages. And we're using it loudly and clearly to become an even more effective advocate for our Latino businesses that are creating wealth across America. By the way, the American dream, which Latinos began creating 500 years ago on this continent, is alive and well. And guess what? Don't forget, it's your dream too. And what better way to show our commitment and strength than to meet in person right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, Peter Guzman. And as you heard the governor say, this is a city and a state that's been hit hard by the pandemic, but it is still steadfast and unwavering. And while we've all made our events available virtually and probably for many years to come, those that are unable to join us were able to join us, but your presence tonight and throughout this week, more than 1,000 people showed our chambers are strong, we're ready, we have fortitude, we're motivated, and we're here to support each other. So we're proud to be here tonight. We took a big chance, Alice Rodriguez and our board of directors, not knowing what would bring us, but I need to tell you, we are here at the invitation of our mighty chambers and especially the mighty Nevada Latino Chamber of Commerce. And we want to thank them for their leadership. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you, Peter. So colleagues, friends, honored guests, and our people who are serving us tonight, let's give them a round of applause. Los trabajadores. There's no denying that we've all experienced tough times these past 18 months, and it's changed our lives and businesses forever. We've lost friends, family members, loved ones, and we've lost thousands of businesses. But what we, the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, have focused on during this difficult period, inspired by each of you, is that the positive experience that we've had working together with our partners and our members, our local small businesses, reinventing themselves to survive and to thrive, our community supported by corporations, and our vast network of Hispanic chambers, what I've seen is innovation, tenacity, and success. And during these difficult times, our more than 260 plus Latino chambers from around the country, from Hawaii to Puerto Rico, they've each become an economic oasis for their members. These chambers have become, in the words of Susana Marino from Northern Virginia, emergency rooms for small businesses, providing much needed resources, offering a helping hand, multilingual technical assistance, information sharing, and advocacy at all levels of our membership on things we never thought we would advocate for, and making progress. A small business network to lean on is what we provide. So during these past months, the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, under the leadership of our board of directors, recommitted our work to support our members directly, our National Hispanic Network, our Hispanic business community, and our corporate partners. Each of you is a pillar of our future economic foundation for the largest economy in the world. And we know that our key priorities to support our national network of chambers and to add value by providing information, access to funding, and programs to further strengthen their foundation. And I'm proud to say that our chamber has the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, 501c6, chaired by Alice Rodriguez and our board of directors. And I want to recognize Monica Mantilla, our chair of our 501c3 educational fund. Together, we're doing everything that we can to offer much needed support to local businesses. The second area is we're committing to help our 5 million Latino-owned businesses that our chambers represent. These businesses are the job creators, the service providers. They keep our country working, they're making payroll, and they're showing us the way forward. Many of these businesses are mom and pop businesses, family-owned, and they had no option but to make it through. Thanks to our investors, many of whom are here tonight, and many of you who are new, the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce was able to find resources to sustain their businesses and families directly through our fund and through our chamber. And now we will be there to support them as they continue to grow in this ever-changing environment. And we embrace that opportunity. Our third important constituency are Fortune 1000 firms. Many of them realize that the cornerstone of our country's economy is interconnected more so than it ever was. And this pandemic has brought many people to their knees and realized that we need each other. So we need a healthy small business community, and the Latino consumer needs to be respected, listened to, and not just tapped into for our purchasing power. So many of you have stepped up to fill the gaps and voids in the economy. We're moving the needle and supporting Hispanic and women-owned businesses. We're setting the example of what true corporate responsibility is. It's economic necessity. While we applaud them, we must encourage other corporations that are not at the table, like those of you that are here tonight, to follow your example. The United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is not just a national association. We are now an American institution that is at its best by responding to our core customers in these three key areas. We call them the 3 C's. Our board decided, let's be focused. The first C is capital. We need to provide more access to capital for our small businesses. Finding a way to make that happen in a creative way. Be it private, local, or federal government, we commit to continue to find capital. Our second is building capacity. Our firms need to succeed in business. If they were to succeed, they need to be ready for business. Our third C is we're committed to building capacity. We need to get them ready. We need to help them, coach them, mentor them to get their businesses to be successful, not to give up when they don't get that first contract, but to come back wiser and stronger. So the third C, connections, we need to make those connections. We had matchmaking session today, more than 1,000 appointments. It's a win-win for everyone. These 3 C's are the core of our chamber and the reason for our being. I'll briefly review the bedrock of our organization and the updates in 5 key areas: operations, advocacy, communication, programs, and collaboration. Like many of you, we've become strong at working in person and virtually. I want to report our finances are strong and in great shape. We've strengthened our relationships and have developed genuine partnerships. When I was hired 3 years ago by Alice and the board of directors, it was to rebuild and turn around the operations of the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. And I promised you then in Albuquerque, and I promised you virtually, and I promised you in Philadelphia that I would rebuild trust as a team, strengthen our stability, develop programs that move the economic needle, grew a staff that believes and practices customer service, that we would provide more collaboration and teamwork, and we would set the example, because guess what? We're Latinos. We have to be twice as good, and so we are going to set the example of maintaining a strong ethical framework and practicing good governance to get even better. We've done this through, thank you. We've done this through what, we have the 3 C's, we have the 3 S's. Solvency, strategy, and stewardship. The Chamber's expanded programs to provide direct services to our members' needs. We're proud of our Avanzar program, funded by Wells Fargo, that's now in 7 states. We also have served more than 20,000 small businesses with support from the Minority Business Development Agency through our CARES Act program and our partner chambers, and we've served more than 15,000 small businesses through Grow with Google, providing online training through workshops. Again, the new way of working. Earlier today, we announced an expansion and extension of our partnership with Google, which will allow us to create digital resource centers through Grow with Google program and train another 10,000 Latino business owners across the country on how to use digital tools to grow their business. In addition, the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and Google will unveil a Latino attribute in Google Search, Maps, and Shopping. Never been done before. So, when you get on Google, you'll easily identify and buy from Latino-owned businesses across Google for the first time. They have been at the forefront of democratizing access for all, and all underrepresented groups have been beneficiaries of this program. This is why I believe in this open platform. The tools and the resources are important to provide economic equity for the Latino community. In fact, I'm happy to report just a week ago, Google has shared with us that they believe in our programs and services, in each of you, our chambers, and they've committed to help small businesses by committing $1 million this year and another $1 million next year. I'm also happy that our chamber, our board leaders, and our focus has allowed us to support the American Rescue Plan, the CARES Act, the Paycheck Protection Program, the Restaurant Revitalization Fund, and the Injury Disaster Loan Program through the SBA, Mark Madrid, for our 501c3s and our 501c6s. And we supported Project 20% to make sure that Latino and Latina presidential appointees, that we get to 20%, and we've helped raise $4 million that our chambers access through the plan for their 501c6s and C3s to allow forgivable loans to help sustain them and keep them alive and support our small businesses. The 2020 census shows we're 63 million Latinos and Latinas in our nation and growing. Our nation's economic future depends on our businesses, our chambers, and our dollars. Many thanks to all of you for attending our annual conference. We are honored, and it exceeded all of our expectations. Our sincere gratitude to our members, our fantastic board of directors, our staff, and our economic development partners. This is indeed a historic time for America. And America is great because Hispanic Americans will determine and guide our economic future. I recognize that we have a long way to go to meet our demands and needs of our business community, and I want to assure you that we will do everything in our power to support you. Earlier today, Alice and I met with Lynette Montoya from the Latino Hotel Association to prepare and sign an MOU soon with them to promote Latina hotel owners. So in summary, I'm humbled to be here with you. We're thankful to Las Vegas. We're thankful to our board of directors for believing that we needed to be strong. And special thanks to Alice, our board, our host committee, Governor Sisolak, the mayor, Peter Guzman, my brother, and his board of directors for his amazing work, and Anthony Gladney with MGM. Anthony, thank you so much. When we called Anthony and Peter, we said, we need these are our dates. We want to have our conference. Anthony said, well, we have 13 hotels, Ramiro. I said, we just need one, Anthony, just lo más uno. Órale. This is our time. I commit to you that we will own and embrace our power on your behalf. We're not going to ask anybody for permission. When we want something, you're going to hear us demand it and get it on your behalf. The future business begins with us, the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Your success is our success. Muchísimas gracias y muy buenas noches.
Yes, keep it going. All right. Yes. That's it. Yep. Yep. He's going to be making the rounds if you guys want a chance to hug him and, get a ticket. Guys, it's time for my favorite part of the evening. I'm talking about dinner. Dinner will now be served. We'll be back in a few minutes to continue our program with the small, medium, and large Chambers of the Year Awards, the Hispanic Businessperson Man and Woman Awards, the Entertainer of the Millennium Award, and the Oatly Award. And as you have been seeing throughout the conference, some terrific highlights of small business members working with the USHCC Cares Initiative. With this program, thousands of applications have been facilitated to the Paycheck Protection Programs and other federal grants and provided businesses with personal protective equipment and other critical resources to keep businesses open. All that in a few minutes. Guys, buen provecho. Enjoy the meal. We'll see you later, and hopefully you won't be clinking stuff when I get back. All right, enjoy.
What's inside those Cintas trucks you see everywhere? The ones over 1 million businesses rely on to help them stay clean, protected, and looking their best? Actually, it's not just what's inside that's important. It's who. Your dedicated Cintas service rep understands what you need to help you keep your business running smoothly. So get Cintas and get ready for the workday.
El mundo está en constante cambio.
Por eso estamos aquí, trabajando para ustedes. Con el mismo compromiso, informar.
Contar tus historias.
Y hay que hacer las preguntas que se deben hacer.
Porque el mundo no se detiene.
Noticiero Univisión, lunes a domingo, 6:30 y 11:35.
Welcome. It is an honor to reconvene here this evening alongside Ramiro Cavazos, President and CEO of the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, board members, staff, and all of you watching or here in person. Ramiro is a great example of what it takes to promote and strengthen our community, and this convention is pivotal in bringing us together in unity and fostering important dialogue crucial to our community. It is also outstanding to have a platform such as this to recognize and pay tribute to this year's honorees. Univision Communications is especially pleased to support the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Not because I'm a former USHCC executive, rather, we are both mission-driven organizations striving to serve the Latino community. Our overarching company empowerment initiative focuses on resources for transformational change in health, education, civic participation, and prosperity. We believe that it is the efforts of everyone listening at this moment, moving forward together in fraternity and solidarity, collaborating generously, that allows us to continue to significantly impact the lives of Latinos. So, on behalf of the Univision family, I thank you for the enduring partnership, working each day to advance our community. Gracias.
Honored guests and distinguished colleagues, we hope you've enjoyed your dinner and time spent with friends. To continue our program, welcome back our Gala MCs, Lori Lizarraga and Carlos Santos.
What were you gonna say? We were both gonna say what?
What an entrance.
What
Carlos,
an entrance we both made.
Nice.
Oh my goodness, in the food, right guys? Listen, we're gonna gently get you guys back to this portion. We understand the food is fantastic, and the selfies are also an important part of this journey.
The purple hue is really, really nice. If you haven't taken a photo of yourself yet,
Pero mira,
do so.
take it easy con the utensils que les dije ahorita. Mira, el clink clink, por favor, poquito a poco y vamos a seguir. You ready?
Sí, listo.
All right. I think they know now.
Well, we hope you enjoyed dinner and time spent with friends old and hopefully new. I see so many happy faces. I know how happy I am to be back in person and be together, and I can feel that same energy from all of you.
Yeah, also, thank you over there with the shushers. We appreciate it. We love the shushers and the clinkers. Thank you so much. You guys, your work is not overlooked. Also, FYI, we worked something out in the back, and we got the chancla throwing contest. It's happening. Find yourself a bookie, and we'll see you outside. You can make a lot of money, so let's do it. But in all seriousness, I don't want to like tip it because we're in the halfway point. But this has been a fantastic and terrific conference, right? Right? Huh? Yeah, it's been great. How about a big applause for all the behind-the-scenes folks who worked to make this all look so fancy? Look at this. The stars are out. And as they say in Hollywood, you know the old saying, seamless.
Well, if you enjoyed yourself here, made contacts, learned some new business tips, you'll surely want to join the USHCC at its next event, the USHCC 2022 Legislative Summit. And where will that be held, Carlos?
That's a great question.
Thank you.
And allow me to show you, ladies and gentlemen, with a little Hollywood magic. Oh, that was a little late on the thing, but we'll take it. It's gonna be in Washington, D.C., ladies and gentlemen. Yes. On March 29th through the 31st, 2022. That's all right.
It was okay.
We'll go back to it. And back. Nope. All right. Let's keep it in the brand of just delays. Okay. We're consistent, if anything. Now, connect with America's Hispanic business leaders and policy leaders from both sides of the aisle in a bipartisan effort to influence legislative change. The summit creates a platform for ideas that help our country's economy to grow, our business to scale, and our country to move forward to reestablish our economic vibrancy.
It's going to be a great event. And now to continue with this excellent program, join us in welcoming tonight's platinum sponsor, MGM representative, the Vice President of Diversity and Inclusion of MGM Resorts International, Anthony Gladney.
Good evening, good evening. So I'm gonna take us out in style before I speak. How do you like that? So after I ask you a question, I want you to say yes or no, and I hope the answer is yes. Are you glad you came to Las Vegas? Are you glad that you're members of the USHCC? Did you have a good time? And the most important, are you going to come back? All right, give yourself a round of applause. Well, greetings from MGM Resorts and our 40,000 plus employees, and we have been so honored to have the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce here. You know, it's symbolic that you all are here. In the year 2000, when we started our diversity initiative, I happened to be a young executive, and we started a diversity and inclusion effort. And I stayed up at night, rubbing my eyes, trying to figure out what our company needed to do to carry on and have a gold standard diversity, equity, and inclusion initiative that would include a lot of different areas that linked to the reason why we're here, supplier diversity being one of those. So I stayed up late at night. I looked up Ana Cabral, who our colleague Sid from ASER is here tonight, and I said, okay, got to go to DC and talk to her. I looked up the USHCC and saw the president, George Herrera, and I said, okay, got to talk to George. And I took a flight out to Washington, D.C. So I met with some organizations, and I remember meeting with George Herrera, and I sat down. I'm an old football player, old NFL player. Went to college down the road here at UNLV. And I sat down with them, young executive, shaking in my boots, not knowing what direction we were going to go into. And George said, man, don't worry. USHCC has you. So this is very symbolic because USHCC helped us to derive and to develop our diversity initiative. So thank you, USHCC, for your long-term partnership and the reason why MGM Resorts has been able to excel in the area of diversity and inclusion. I'd like to really give homage to my brother, Peter Guzman from the Latin Chamber of Commerce. Thank you. Peter reached out to us and said, I want this conference here. And so thank you, Ramiro, thank you, Alice, and your great board for giving us the opportunity and to be able to assist us in business is open again in Las Vegas. So thank you, U.S. Hispanic Chamber. Thank you, Ramiro, my brother. Thank you, Peter, my brother, both of them from other mothers. And keep doing what you do. Let this be a testament of your being here at this day and at this time, that we are going to be able to look back and talk about the great networking, the great contracts that were able to be had, the great interactions that lead to business, employment opportunities, whatever you may have that employs and that empowers our Latinx and Hispanic community. Thank you. Be safe going home, and make sure you come back to Las Vegas. Have a good night.
All right, thank you for joining us, Mr. Gladney. And now to present our next award, a very special honor, the Entertainer of the Millennium. Please welcome the CEO and President of the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Ramiro Cavazos, and the host committee co-chair and President and CEO of Latin Chamber of Commerce, Nevada, Peter Guzman. Oh. Get it, get it.
Welcome to Las Vegas. Come on, you can do better than that. Welcome to Las Vegas. Before we do something very special that we're about to do, I got to say just a minute of some words here. There's no way I can't do it. I want my brother Ramiro called me on a Memorial Day weekend. Wanted an answer by Sunday. Thank you. But I'm being serious. I want to say to Ramiro, my brother, and to your board of directors, and to every single person in this room that I've been able to touch over the last 2.5 days, I want you to know that my life has been forever changed because you stepped into my life. You showed me. You embraced me, you opened up your minds, your hearts, and most importantly, me diste cariño. There's so much cariño in this room. That's who we are. Cariño es la vacuna. And I want to say this. There's no question that I'm so proud of my staff that are here, led by Beatriz, Carlos. I know Jorge's out here. Board of Directors, Andres Estrada, my chairman. I know what an amazing guy, Andres. I love working with you. But my Board of Directors, could you just stand for 1 second? Please. And our LCC ambassadors, Carlos, Beatriz. I truly mean this. Anytime somebody tells me I'm doing something good, I remind them that it's because of you guys. And there's no question, lastly, there's no question that the Latin Chamber of Commerce has been on an incredible trajectory. Nobody can deny it. That's not arrogant, that's real. It's been on an incredible trajectory. And the reason why is, listen, it's great to focus on what we've done, but at the Latin Chamber of Commerce, we focus on what's left to be done. And with that, let me tell you a little story. So we got on a Zoom and figured out how we were going to make this happen, Ramiro. And one thing after another, I said, yeah, I can deliver that. Yes, I can deliver that. Yes, I can find somebody who will deliver that. And we went over lists. And then we were about ready to end the Zoom. Ramiro says, hey, I had one more thing. I'm sorry. He says, can you get Wayne Newton? He goes, I'm a serious fan of Wayne Newton. I go, prove it. He starts singing Don Cachet. And so listen, I can move mountains. I really am blessed to have relationships in this town, and I can move mountains. But I told him, I said, Wayne Newton, are you kidding me? That's a hard one to get. I'll leave it there, Ramiro.
Peter, if you're going to come to Las Vegas with our national network of 5 million Latino-owned businesses, a great board of directors, more than 200 corporations, and more than 260 Hispanic chambers of commerce, if you're going to come to Vegas, Peter, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for delivering our dream of having the entertainer of the Millennium, Mr. Las Vegas, Wayne Newton.
Ladies and gentlemen, I get nervous when people stand up because it means they might be leaving too. Go ahead and be seated. God bless you and thank you very, very much for that incredible welcome. And I want to thank Peter. When Peter called me and asked me to be here, actually he called me and told me to be here. And of course, this award puts no stress at all on me. I cannot, words become painfully inadequate to try and describe how I feel right now. This is truly one of the most incredible awards and evening that I have ever spent. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you all, and I figured out a long, long time ago that it really does not matter how it all ends for me. The only thing that truly matters are the hearts and souls that we touch along the way. And you have touched my heart and my soul tonight in ways that I could never articulate. God bless you. Thank you very, very much.
He smells so good.
Wow, 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 wow. Wayne Newton is here. That's incredible. He looks so good. He's dressed so well. Oh my gosh. I mean, somebody has to say it, right? Like, Danke schön to you, Mr. Newton, for the joy you brought to what has to be millions of lives with your voice and performances. We're all so honored to have you here. And you see those guys totally fangirling over him? This is great. This next award is near and dear to me. As a community journalist, I believe in and know the absolute importance of our community's access to information, our community's voice being heard, and our community's successes being shared. And all of these essential elements are found in programs presented by the recipient of the USHCC 2021 Community Voice Award, the Spanish Broadcasting System. The Spanish Broadcasting System is one of the largest owners and operators of radio stations in the United States, and one of the most important avenues of communications for Latinos and Hispanics across the nation. Tonight, the United States Chamber of Commerce honors the strong partnership that was formed during the pandemic and the economic crisis. At the beginning of the pandemic, the Spanish Broadcasting System approached USHCC to launch a bilingual radio show to help business owners navigate the crisis and find critical resources. The result was collaboration and the creation of La Voz del Negocio Hispano, a unique radio program that informs, guides, educates, and empowers Hispanic-owned businesses across the U.S. and Puerto Rico around the world on the SBS La Música app. In partnership with the National Minority Supplier Development Council and the Latin Business Action Network, La Voz del Negocio Hispano offers good news and solid advice to Hispanic business owners in New York, Miami, Chicago, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Puerto Rico. This popular program, hosted by journalist Mario Andres Moreno, has helped thousands of business owners find support and be made aware of innovative ideas on how to thrive during these extremely difficult times. Guests include policy leaders offering advice, as well as corporate executives providing information on new initiatives. And to accept the Community Voice Award, please join me in welcoming the president of the Spanish Broadcasting System, Albert Rodriguez, and journalist Mario Andres Moreno.
Muy buenas noches, and thanks to Alice Rodriguez and Ramiro Cavazos and the Board of Directors for this incredible honor to allow Spanish Broadcasting System for this opportunity to join forces with the USHCC. SBS aims to inform, guide, and educate and empower our Hispanic business community through the La Voz del Negocio Hispano, which airs on our markets every Sunday morning by respected journalist Mario Andres Moreno, who's here with us tonight. Mario, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mario. It's been incredible, and I want to say how she mentioned, it was when the pandemic started, and we came together with the USHCC and Ramiro and everybody, the team. It was really incredible because we wanted to do something to reach Hispanics and Latinos across the nation. So we came together and we made it happen, and it was impactful and magical, and it just worked out tremendously. So SBS was founded by Pablo Raúl Alarcón Sr., who was an immigrant from Cuba and created this organization to act as the voice of the Hispanic community. And I would like to thank our team and all of those who have done an outstanding job with the USHCC team to navigate through our small and large Hispanic business owners through these very difficult times. To the SBA, MBDA, NMSDC, the USHCC corporate members and the local Hispanic Chamber presidents, the LBAN leaders and the graduates, HBEs, and with their best practices and the advice, political leaders and corporate executives. A very special thank you to Carmen Castillo and Leroy Cavazos. You have brought light and hope and empowerment to the Hispanic community. You are la voz del negocio hispano and the broader Latino community. And again, look, this is a huge honor for me personally, and thank you for everybody. And our chairman, Raúl Alarcón, says thank you to everybody. And we're really very, very appreciative of this and being with you here tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Ooh-wee. All right, it's now my honor to present the Chamber of Commerce the Year Awards in the categories of small, medium, and large. And while I'm not a Latino small business owner, I do play one on TV, so I know a thing or two. I don't. I'm not method. These awards spotlight 3 stellar organizations that advocate for and represent our Latino business community. And during these most trying times, it was all of our Hispanic chambers that became a lifeline for all Latino businesses, from the entrepreneurial Latina cosmetics businesses to the family-owned construction enterprises. The USHCC chambers are known as business emergency rooms, offering information, resources, financial assistance, and support. And we are proud of the crucial and essential role all of our chambers play in cities and states from coast to coast, and pleased to salute our honorees tonight. The award for Small Chamber of the Year is presented to the Irving Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Yeah! But don't come over. Wait for it. You'll come on in a segundito, yeah. You learn your lesson. Sit down. I got stuff to read. Led by Marianne Kellum. There, see? That works. This mighty chamber has served Hispanic businesses in the greater Dallas and Fort Worth area for more than 20 years. Ms. Kellum is regarded as a community leader and strong promoter of women, especially Latinas, to be named to boards, commissions, and run for political offices. As a servant leader, she focuses on the chamber's members, guiding them to improve their financial security and to thrive. The recipient of a $15,000 grant from USHCC partner Cargo and Rumba Meets. I was going to say Rumba Beats. I knew it. I practiced it. Rumba Meets. The Irving Hispanic Chamber of Commerce was able to expand assistance to her local business members. The award for this year's medium-sized Chamber of the Year is presented to the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Louisiana. Okay, you can clap, but don't get it. Okay, good. Yeah, okay. It's a relationship. We're doing it right. That's right. Whose mission is to foster the continued economic growth, development, and promotion of Hispanic businesses, and to serve as a conduit between the Hispanic business community and the community at large. Led by Mayra Pineda. This chamber, This chamber, in a state hard hit by the pandemic and natural disasters, has shown its resilience to stand strong and overcome adversity with an eye always on the future. Ms. Pineda serves on the USHCC board representing businesses in the Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Oklahoma regions, and brings the voice of local chambers, assuring their needs are met. Through a grant awarded by the Minority Business Development Agency and the USHCC, this chamber founded a bilingual technical assistance center for its members. Now, the award for Large Chamber of the Year is presented to the Morris County Hispanic-American Chamber of Commerce in Northeast New Jersey. Yeah, get that in the Instagrams. Get it. Put it in the stories. In an area of our country that was hard hit by the pandemic and with a steadily growing Hispanic immigration population, This chamber is a beacon of hope and assistance to businesses and families. Founding member Esperanza Porras Field remains active in the chamber, serving as president emeritus. Today, the organization is led by Ralph Tejeda and proud to be a family of professionals dedicated to creating exceptional experiences for members and communities, especially during times of need. The Morris County Hispanic-American Chamber virtually hosted symposium to provide important information on the pandemic for business members. This is one-of-a-kind virtual event included healthcare, government, and finance experts, offering the unique opportunity for members and the community to have a personal audience with the U.S. Surgeon General while learning about services and programs available to help businesses. The Chamber also partnered with the Consulate of Mexico in New York and New Jersey in order to help families find their loved ones through the border crisis. These initiatives have led to the information of the Strategic Business Alliance and annual international roundtable event that attracts government representatives and 21 American consuls. Accepting the award for the Small Chamber of the Year, the president and CEO of the Irving Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Marianne Callum, get up here! Get up here!
Wow, what an honor. Thank you, USHCC. To be recognized by all of you is a remarkable achievement to myself as well as to the Chamber of Irving Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I want to thank, first of all, my incredible board of directors and staff. Their work and dedication have been a constant source of motivation and inspiration, and the foundation on which we have built our successes today. For 23 years, the IHCC has been dedicated to advocating for education and economic development in the Hispanic community in Irving. Our diverse and inclusive board of directors, workforce, and membership has allowed us to create a welcoming and supportive community in which diverse entrepreneurs can thrive. The pandemic presented challenges to our business and our chamber, like everybody else, but we quickly pivoted to helping small businesses apply for the PPP, the EIDL, and all available grants to them. We support our local businesses and help boost their marketing, especially our restaurants, which were the most in need, helping them with their options of menus for takeout and carry and delivery. Not only was this effort successful in helping our existing businesses, but it brought in over 40 new members that came to us because they saw what we were doing in the community. In December, we're moving into a larger space where we are starting a IHCC Small Business Resource Center, so all small businesses can come to one location and get all of their business needs, assistance needs. We assisted our city and county leaders through the pandemic in getting the community vaccinated, as well as distribute COVID test kits, the rapid kits, to their employees as needed. All of this in order to help our businesses get back to doing business as quickly as possible. I'm proud to lead this and represent this organization. We are grateful for this recognition and committed to continue the work that we know is still out there. I would also like to dedicate this award to my biggest supporter, my husband, Dennis, who is now my angel. He would have been here with me today. He supported me every step of the way for the past 8 years that I've been president of this amazing organization. So again, I want to thank the IHCC, the selection committee, And I just want to say thanks, gracias, y adelante.
Nope. Mira your award, don't leave without it. Oh. There it is, you ready? Accepting for our medium-sized Chamber of the Year. Are you, you're gonna stick around? Yeah, no, that's fine. I just want to make sure that you're good, because remember the awards? We're doing fine. We're killing it. No, you listen, and I appreciate that. Accepting for our medium-sized Chamber of the Year is the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Louisiana. The president and CEO of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of Louisiana, Mayra Pineda, come on down. That's it. That's the right cue.
Oh my God, this is so exciting. On behalf of the Board of Directors of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce of Louisiana, and represented here today by my amazing board member, Teresa Lawrence, it is my honor to accept this recognition. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. The Chamber of the Year Award is definitely a proud moment for my organization, but it is also a reminder and motivation of our commitment moving forward as we focus on our mission to build a more equitable community. We will continue to work tirelessly to erase the systemic barriers that are preventing our communities to thrive, bridging the digital divide, providing access to capital and procurement opportunities, and building a pipeline of skilled workforce are critical to the economic development. These areas have been highlighted through COVID-19, where our Hispanic communities have been disproportionately impacted, and in my community, an added impact of a hurricane. I would like to thank the USHCC for the great work being done to lift our voice everywhere we need to be heard. In particular, I would like to mention the support provided to the local chamber network. There is still much work to be done, and we all have a special role in this effort, but we can do it together. Juntos podemos hacerlo. Finally, I would like to share this award with my colleagues across the nation, especially from my Region 3. We all have been challenged as leaders and organizations, but I am amazed at the resiliency, innovation, and passion I have seen these past 18 months facing this unprecedented event. It is an honor to call you my friends. Muchas gracias y buenas noches.
You earned it. You won it. All right, join me in welcoming, representing the large Chamber of the Year from the Morris County Country Hispanic-American Chamber of Commerce, Ralph Tejeda.
Good evening. It is an honor to receive the Large Chamber of the Year Award. We would like to thank the USHCC Award Committee for recognizing our Chamber's initiative programs, community service, and cultural awareness. We applaud Alice Rodriguez, Ramiro Cavazo, and the USHCC staff for putting on a great show. Familia, this is a conference that will go down in history. Thank you for fighting for Hispanic progress on the national level. Gracias to Coca-Cola Company for being our corporate sponsor, and despite the difficult economic conditions the pandemic has caused, you have not faltered in your commitment and continued support. I cannot accept this award without thanking our board of directors, corporate advisory committee, and our members. This evening, joining us from the great state of New Jersey is our President Emeritus and founder, Esperanza Porras Fields. Esperanza, stand up. Thank you to Hope Fields. Hope Fields, immediate past chair, chairwoman of the Corporate Advisory Council. She is the public policy and government relations senior manager at the Coca-Cola Company. Christina Fields, stand up, Christina. She is our vice chair. Pablo Garita, our community and government director. Pablo. Liz Berman, Argentina Ramirez, John Sanchez are all in the house tonight. Thank you. I couldn't have done this without you. We're gathered here today because we're all in this together, side by side. We, the Hispanic business community, are a force to be reckoned with. Let's work together on the municipal, state, national, international level and raise the bar to achieve and recreate the American dream. Don't lose sight of your desires. Go after them with vengeance. Take this collective journey with the USHCC to fulfill your dreams. Gracias. I am truly grateful, ecstatic to be part of this fine community of movers and doers. Thank you to my family, my wife, and my children for always supporting me. Un abrazo. Buenas noches.
So many impressive Latinos in one room. It's so incredible. I have a note here because I just want to take a moment to give a couple of special recognitions to one, Olga Lopez, the Entrepreneurial Leadership Award that she received earlier. We'd just like to see you stand. She's with SEMA Logistics. We'd like to be able to give you a round of applause. Congratulations. And thank you so much for all that you do. And I'd also like to ask the USHCC board to please stand. Congratulations on this event and all that you do all year long. Congratulations, everyone, so far. This has been so great. I'm excited about these two in particular. Each year, the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce recognizes Hispanic entrepreneurs whose outstanding leadership, pioneering spirit, social and economic contributions exemplify the best of America's business community. Now, this award commends business owners who are dynamic, innovative change agents, and exemplary leaders. A businesswoman and a businessman who work to not only advance their business, but who also contribute to the community and support other businesses. Our 2021 Hispanic Business Person of the Year female, Margie Aguilar, fits the bill perfectly. I'll tell you why. She's the president and executive producer of ISP Studios, a full-service facilities production company providing businesses and corporations professional quality video production services. And she leads her team to work in all mediums, including TV, radio, print, web, and social media. Each one is difficult, so to do all is incredible. Ms. Aguilar has tapped into the fastest growing demographic by providing specialized services and support within the Hispanic market, while also leveraging her bilingual skills for the general market. Her network of industry and association connections provides the opportunity to give back to her community while expanding, diversifying, and building the ISP brand. Margie is very giving of her talents to the community, supporting and sponsoring events and producing top quality community programs. Ms. Aguilar works with young and up-and-coming students in the arts and communications industry, so important, encouraging them to reach their highest potential, and is a board member and serves on the Community Engagement and Outreach Committee and the Latinx Committee for the Girl Scouts of Northeast Texas region. I'm so tired for her. She does so much. As a founding member of Hey Chica, she promotes up-and-coming youth and adult Latina leaders. A graduate of the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Scale-Up Program, Ms. Aguilar credits much of her growth to that experience. ISP has become a driving force in the competitive Dallas production area. Congratulations, Ms. Aguilar's motto has been, "We are in the business of ideas. What we market is our creativity." Welcome the 2021 Hispanic Business Person of the Year, female, President of ISP Studios, Margie Aguilar.
I'm so excited to be here. I'm so grateful to be here. And thank you so much to the USHCC for, giving us this space to create and grow. Thank you so much. Now, Irving Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, congratulations to you. Thank you for supporting us, our community, and supporting me personally, equipping me, mentoring me, and getting me ready to kind of compete for those corporate opportunities. Thank you so much. This is awesome. I am most thankful for the Latinas that are in the audience right now. We are creating, business at 6 times the rate of others. We've heard it, and that is us, guys. Very excited. I have sat where you guys are many times, and I was in awe, of all the convention and everyone that I saw, within the audience and that I met, and I'm just so grateful for the ones that really, took me under their arms, under their wings, and showed me the way, the journey to my professional life and professional business. I locked arms with women, trailblazers, and started my journey, my professional journey, with ganas. I got my business certifications, my training in corporate government, my solid connections were here, and I put all of that to work. I was ready, and as I grew my company, ISP Creative, we are definitely very focused on impact representation. We've been working that space for a long time, and now I'm super happy to even focus on that even more now. It is in the name. ISP stands for Impact, Service, and Partnership, and that's what we deliver to our clients, whether it's championing, whether it's campaigns to find others' inner beauty through Ulta Beauty, or building cultural capital through amazing organizations like JCPenney, Michael, Sephora, Alpha, or elevating the voice of nonprofit organizations like Girl Scouts, Hispanic Women's Network of Texas that are here as well. 2021 has been, a good year and a good wake-up year for all of us. It's been good for us, and it's our time, to move forward and to claim and demand what we deserve as business owner. Our business pivot to grow, to create new online shows. Our clients saved jobs. Not only did we save jobs, but we created jobs as well for our corporate clients. We started streaming to global companies, marketing campaigns to nonprofits, organizations to empower them. We gave voice to the voiceless. We worked with Rescue Her. So Rescue Her is an organization that saves girls and women from sex trafficking, and we gave them a voice, and we're excited about that. We stepped up our giving, and our business increased when we did that. We transformed our business, and I'm so proud of our team. Because they're wicked, smart, creative, I'm very grateful to them. I want to challenge everybody in the audience with these final thoughts. When we leave here tonight, I would love for you to really think about this, to extend the same grace that was given to you, to give back and to grow your communities. Let's make a big impact, big noise when you get back to your communities. Thank you.
Felicidades otra vez. Now, our Hispanic Business Person of the Year male is David Segura. It's him, but it's fun to hear you guys clap like that. It's like, while still in school and volunteer teaching coding and technology to high schoolers, Segura soon realized that a tech company was the best way to help the Hispanic community, affording members of our community with job opportunities, internships, educational programs, and a whole lot more. In a few short years after graduating and following his passion for technology, David founded the technology services company Vision IT. Under his leadership, the company has scaled a startup into one of the 50 largest Hispanic-owned businesses in the country. Incredible. Generated over $1.6 billion in revenues and employed over 10,000 people. Incredible. Vision IT has been successful because of David's goal in creating a company that strategically advises Fortune 500 corporations on their IT investment strategies. His leadership extends beyond Vision IT, however. He's a longtime supporter, sponsor, and keynote speaker at numerous U.S. Hispanic chambers across the country, including Georgia, Michigan, New York, and San Jose. He's been recognized at the highest levels of government, having been appointed by President Obama to the Advisory Committee for Trade Policy and Negotiations. And he is the recipient of the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year and Hispanic Business Magazine's Entrepreneur of the Year. Over the years, David is pleased to see his work tie together. He places technology, the Latino community, education, professional organizations, and investing in other high-growth companies at the top of his list, and success follows. Through this work, Segura's hope is to have created more pathways for the next generation of CEOs to realize their visions. Welcome the Hispanic Business Person of the Year male, the CEO of Vision IT, David Segura.
How sweet it is. How sweet it is. This is really special. Thank you to Romero Cavazos and the USHCC board for this wonderful recognition. And a special thank you to Elizabeth Gallagher, former vice chair of USHCC and Miss Las Vegas. How sweet is it that this is happening here tonight in Vegas? This award means so much to me since I think back to how important Hispanic chambers around the country have been a major part of this journey. Michigan, where it all started. Illinois, my new hometown. Georgia, Virginia, New York, Arizona, St. Louis, San Jose, even Kansas City. You all opened doors and welcomed us into your communities. It all started with a vision to create a global Latino-owned technology company. That sounds nice, doesn't it? A global Latino-owned technology company. You know, back in the early 90s, as I started my career, it was clear that Latinos were underrepresented in the tech industry. I felt what better way to make my mark than to create my own company built on driving the next wave of technologies that we could develop and implement within large Fortune 500 corporations. I'm thankful for my sister, Christine Rice, who joined me very early to strengthen our business. Today, that vision has become reality. Vision IT integrated our company recently with SoftTech. Combined, we are now 15,000 employees around the globe, still Latino-owned and operated, a mega MBE. I did not get here alone. In fact, it was 18 years ago when I attended my first USHCC conference. I met Ben Gutierrez, one of the original USHCC board members. At 90 years old, Ben helped me expand my business in Mexico. Ben has since passed away, a true legacy of entrepreneurship while helping others. Let us all learn from Ben's example. Let us collaborate and help one another expand and grow. Let us work with that same urgency and drive, even into his 90s, he had in creating more opportunities for Latino-owned businesses. As Ben said, a tree can't grow without water, and our businesses can't expand if we don't have real opportunities. To the major corporations here who are committed to working with this chamber and its members, we thank you, because we can all win together. God bless you and good night.
There it is. Get that photo op. Get it. Lovely. And now our final award of the evening to present the Director of the Institute of Mexicans Abroad, Luis Gutierrez, joined by the Consul of Mexico, the Honorable Julian Escutia Rodriguez. And on behalf of, no, I'm just kidding, they're coming. Somewhere, I hope. This is my nightmare. Oh, they're coming. Oh, wait, you guys always behind me? Did you guys know you were there? Go ahead, guys. Sorry.
Hola, muy buenas noches. Saludos desde México. Y como estamos acá, hay que leerlo en inglés. Dear guests, members of the U.S. Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, ladies and gentlemen. It is with a great pleasure that I am today on behalf of the Mexico's Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Mexico and the Institute for Mexicans Abroad to celebrate the life and work of Dr. Federico Zaragoza. The National Oatly Award is the highest honor the Institute of Mexicans Abroad grants Mexicans living abroad. As you may know, the purpose of this award is to acknowledge the commitment and dedication of distinguished members of our community who contribute with their efforts on a daily basis to the well-being of our fellow Mexicans. With most recipients of this award, and most certainly in Dr. Zaragoza's case, we celebrate not only a single gesture of support or an isolated contribution, but a lifetime of work addressing one of the central and most urgent challenges we face: access to education. It would take forever to mention every one of the organizations Dr. Zaragoza has contributed to, or the number of students who have benefited from his tireless work. Yet, there is a common theme through his lifetime of work, one he shares with the IME, the empowerment of our community at the most elemental level. For those of you who are not familiar with the work of the Institute of Mexicans Abroad, or IME, one of the pillars of the Institute is facilitating information and access to quality education for Mexicans abroad, especially those members of our community who are marginalized. As such, allies like Dr. Zaragoza are fundamental to the work we undertake to support our communities. It is impossible for any institution, consulate, organization, or an individual to carry on this massive task easily. For this reason, we must work together hand in hand as a community, as Dr. Zaragoza has demonstrated through his entire life in order to achieve our common goals. Oatly is neither an acronym nor a Spanish word. Oatly is a word in Nahuatl, an indigenous Mexican language, still spoken in some areas of central Mexico, a language that exists since before the Spaniards arrived in Mexico, the language of the Aztecs. Oatly means path in Nahuatl. The late Mexican historian Miguel León Portilla described the word as this: in the codices, the paths are marked with footprints. This is how the directions where women and men move were marked. For their part, the Nahua poets contemplate which path the heart should follow. There is an answer in the codices: Melahuac Oatly, the straight path, the one that will lead you to fulfill your destiny. As such, when you say goodbye, you say Quali Oatly, on the right track, the one that you and I, we all must walk. The path we must walk not alone, but together as a community. As such, the concept behind the word of once harkens back to our past, our roots as a community, but at the same time, our common future. For the path is meant to guide your journey forward, something that Dr. Zaragoza has proved for our communities through his lifetime of work. As such, it's an honor for me to award, on the behalf of the Foreign Ministry of Mexico and the Institute of Mexicans Abroad, the National Oatly, to our distinguished friend and ally, Dr. Zaragoza, a most worthy of recipients. Thank you. Gracias.
I hear you, Peter, I hear you.
Buenas noches. Y primeramente, I want to thank the Mexican government, Luis Gutierrez, head of the Institute for Mexicans Abroad, and our very dear Juliana Escutia, Consul of Mexico in Las Vegas, for their role in selecting me for the 2021 Oatly Award. You know, I feel somewhat undeserving of this award because there are so many outstanding and deserving Hispanic leaders, many in this room who are just as deserving for the work that you do day in and day out. This award is very humbling for me because this is an award for the collective body of work that many of my colleagues have been involved in, many of whom are in this room. And I have been blessed, actually, to work with some of the best colleagues and in some of the best institutions during my career. You know, I'm truly blessed for a very supportive Board of Regents and trustees, and for chancellors that understood and supported my passion for making higher education accessible to the underserved, especially our Hispanic community and Latino communities. As you've heard, the Oatly signifies creating new pathways. The award itself is an image of an Aztec god cutting through a path of grass with a machete. To me, the Oatly signifies the creation of pathways, but also the struggle of overcoming obstacles. And you've heard a lot of those examples tonight. The machete symbolizes the removing of the grass obstacles. So I see us in this room as machetes, not as the actor, but as machetes. So let me give you an example, a couple of examples of my machete analogy. First, during my tenure at Alamo Colleges, I created pathways for Mexican-American high school students who were experiencing a 50% high school dropout rate. My dream was to connect them to jobs being created by companies like Boeing, Lockheed Martin, Caterpillar, and Toyota. You know, it was really criminal to me to see high unemployment and poverty amongst our Hispanic youth, when there were so many hundreds of unfilled jobs, good paying jobs going unfilled in our community. Does that sound familiar? My goal was for high school students to earn their FAA aircraft certification and their credentials before they graduated from high school, which 20 years ago was unprecedented and unheard of. So I needed help. So how lucky am I to have had the opportunity to meet my first machete partner, none other than my good friend Ramiro Cavazos, who at the time was the director for the San Antonio Department of Economic Development. From day one, Ramiro was a champion, and together we funded the Alamo Academies, which to this day continues to create pathways for literally thousands of high school students in San Antonio that are connecting to high-skill, high-wage careers in the aviation and advanced manufacturing sector. An Oatly pathway to the American middle class. Fast forward 20 years. So when I came to the College of Southern Nevada as its first Latino president, I wanted to provide Southern Nevada students the same opportunities to earn college credentials while still in high school, a concept that is now a national best practice. And how lucky can I be? I met my second machete, Peter Guzman, and the Latin Chamber of Commerce. And Peter and the Latin Chamber have been champions for CSN and our early college programs. In fact, just a few weeks ago, Peter and I flew to the Nevada Gold Mines headquarters in Elko, Nevada, to close the deal on what will be an opportunity for 24 high school students, 70% of which are Latino, to earn their diesel technology college certificate while still in high school. Graduates of this program are guaranteed a job at an average starting wage of $60,000 right out of high school and no college debt. Thank you, Peter. While there is much to celebrate in the educational space, such as increased high school graduation rates and higher college participation rates, I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge that there are many unresolved educational issues in our respective Hispanic communities. The fact is, just only 22% of young Hispanic adults have a college education today. So our focus needs to be to shift from college participation to college graduation. You know, approximately 80% of family-sustaining jobs will require post-secondary education. So if our children are going to succeed, they're going to have to do it through college. My friends, let me reiterate a theme that's undeniable. It's an undeniable truth that the American economy is dependent on the success of the Hispanic community. And you in this audience, because we are 60% of our nation's population growth between now and the year 2050. So the future looks like us. So it is with a great sense of responsibility and humility that I accept this award on behalf of the many machetes who aspire to the principles of the Oatly. In closing, though, I do want to dedicate the Oatly to my mother, Conchita. You know, my mother was my best friend, my hero, and my inspiration. She was a single mom who epitomized the values of God, family, honesty, and hard work. She literally worked 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, so that my two sisters and I could have a better life and could follow our own dreams. I know Mom is smiling from heaven, but I'm blessed to have my two sisters, Tere and Blanca, here today. They could just stand. And finally with me is the love of my life, my partner, my wife Laura, and my son Federico. Please stand. Unfortunately, my daughter Teresa could not be here today. To the women in my life and Federico, thank you for your unconditional love. Without you, I would not be here. And to all of you, thank you for sharing this very special night with me. Stay safe and God bless. Gracias.
Felicidades.
Felicidades al Dr. Zaragoza. We gotta take a picture, get in the pose. You ready? Don't. Ahí está. Yep. All right, guys. We did it, you guys, and thank you all for staying in business during this crazy time. So we appreciate all that you do and vow to support you however we can.
Agreed. And will our honorees please remain on stage? You're doing such a good job of that. For all of you watching from across the country, thank you so much for joining us this evening. I hope you had such a great time. And for those who are here with us in Las Vegas, please join us in welcoming for a musical serenade from Southern Nevada, Mariachi Plata.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.